All right, so what was when you first set on to the project, what was the thing you would be most scared of trying to pull off visually, effects-wise?
I think it was to put the drive for wet for Monza. That was very intense for us to turn the whole environment into the wet and to render the car and all of these.
How about for you?
Well, I think, it's fun to talk about all the work now, but when we were in the middle of it, we really wanted audiences to not know we were there at all. So just trying to stay hidden, invisible, and support the story was really the challenge.
And how about, all right, so the big money scene, I would argue, is the actual crash. What were the challenges in creating that look?
Ooh, well, the biggest crash we had was in Vegas, and we had to LiDAR, see whole streets in Vegas for it. So actually getting in and physically LiDARing and then recreating a real crash for the film was the hardest bit of that crash.
And one thing I loved is you really did feel like you were in the car. You try to make it as much as natural as possible, so almost hiding the visual effects. What were the challenges, like getting Brad in the car, making it look natural for us, even though there's a lot of visual effects behind it?
It's a big question. How much time you got? So, it was all about working on a nice car and having the time and the references to make a nice car to help fix the shots for Brad, because they were really doing that driving, they were going that fast, but it's things like removing cameras, adding other cars, and making it all integrate nicely at the end of the day was what it was all about.
It must have been really helpful having NASCAR behind it as someone to advise you how things should behave and look. What was the challenge of having that kind of support?
Well, I mean, the goal of the film was authenticity from day one, from our director, Joe, and so having the access to everyone at Formula One was just critical because we had the drivers to ask questions to. We also had our stunt team as well, but just any question we had and getting everything right from the tire color to what gear they should be on in any particular corner, all of that was really, very, very detailed work, so it was very critical.
One thing's like F1, about all your films, special effects sometimes can dominate the film. One of the tendencies I see in your films is you don't want it to dominate. You want to make it real as possible and support the film. When you approach F1, what did you want to make sure to keep the realism and not let the special effects overshadow it?
Well, it's got to be seamless. It's got to really enhance the story, make the story better, and it can't be something that you notice. And that's what the brilliance of what the visual effects artists do. It seems perfectly placed and perfectly real, and yet they created it on their computers, which is the magic.
How much did having NASCAR support, F1 support, help you kind of make it more realistic, this film, as compared to other films to having that kind of backing?
We couldn't do it without them. We went to 9 races, we were embedded, and we were the 11th team, and they made it so easy for us.
One of my favorite shots is just, you feel like you're in the car the whole time with Brad Pitt and the other guy. Was that something really important for you? We want to make sure the audience can actually feel it and not be taken out of the story.
Absolutely, that was the key. Make you feel like you're driving that car with Brad.